Iburu Ibuya Bucheche to everybody. My name is Schubert Mendez. I come from a faith of nature-based religions. Okay? For my faith, I follow Lukumi. More specifically, La Regla de Orula. I'm a Babalao. I'm a Crown Orula. So, just want to start this YouTube videos. Maybe start trending, see if I can get some traction. But at the last minute, what I really want to do is trying to get all people that are familiar with nature-based religions, or maybe you're trying to get familiar with nature-based religions. I've been studying pretty hard for the last, I want to say 20 years on the faiths that have to do more with nature, more with spirits, more with the dead. And, you know, I've gathered a lot of material since then. But more importantly, what I really want to do is see, what do you have? What questions can I answer for you, just on a different perspective level? I'm not saying I'm going to be the subject matter expert on everything that has to do with the nature-based religions. However, I am a subject matter expert on La Regla de Orula, right? So I'm a Babalao. So those questions are more specific. Most questions I could probably answer without any hesitation. But what I want to do is build a community. I want to build enough followers so that people can have a central point where they can come and they can find answers, ask questions, and every day we'll answer those questions to the best of the abilities. If you're looking for something from me particularly, let me go ahead and answer that for you. Let me be your encyclopedia nowadays, right? So we'll go ahead and call it, no kidding, the spiritual encyclopedia trend. But more importantly, I want to open up more spiritual awareness. All right, I want people to go ahead and follow their hearts, follow what they feel. Okay, this is not to bash any other faiths. This is not to go ahead and criticize and say someone's wrong or someone's right. But no, we need to practice awareness. If we don't practice awareness, you're missing on one of those pillars in life, okay? And pillars in life, you know, you should have those physical connections, you should have those emotional connections, but you need those spiritual connections. No kidding. Your life needs enlightenment. So, with that said, I'm curious to know how many people are actually going to be curious and jump on this trend. I want you to challenge me. Give me those hard questions. Let's see what I can do for you. So don't be shy, all right? A couple of things that I tell you I specialize in myself is what we call the orishas, okay? And there's many of them, okay? A lot of people like to focus on the 7, all right? But I like to tell you that there's a lot more. There's a lot more cults within the faith as well. When we talk about the cults of Orun and the cults of Osain, all right? Those are orishas as well. They may not be the 7 principles, right? When we talk about the 7 principles, you got Chango, you got Yemaya, you got Obatala, you got Ochun, you got Oya, you got Elewa, okay? And then you start going into Oya, and you start going into Orula, and you start going into Ochosi, you start going into, and you start seeing where the numbers begin to multiply. However, we always say 7, right? But there's more than 7. And I need you to kind of understand that as well. The 7 are kind of like the knowns, right? The ones that have the most attributes, the most characteristics to nature. So they use those 7 as the principal base, okay? But more importantly, there's an actual an initiation ceremony, which they will give you the Koyate ceremony, right? The necklace ceremony, which is kind of your bond and your connection and your commitment to the faith. So that's another reason why they go back with the 7. But just kind of give you a little bit of awareness on what I'm trying to gather. Those are the things I kind of understand a lot better. Those are the things I've been studying most of my life. So from me to you, you know, please use me as your tool. Let me be your tool for enlightenment, okay? But more importantly, let me learn from you, all right? I'm not saying that just because I'm a priest of Orula, right, that I know it all. But what I am trying to tell you is I want to learn. And the only way somebody's going to learn is when people challenge. So challenge me to help you and to help everybody else. It's 2017. We're going to 2018. All right. No matter what, we have to learn from each other. You got the internet nowadays, a wealth of knowledge. However, with all that information is misinformation. Sometimes people think they know what they're talking about, and they don't necessarily understand what they're talking about. They may have a little bit of piece of truth, and they may have maybe exaggerated a little bit. And when I tell you this, when it comes to the spiritual realm, we got to make sure we do things right. Things need to be done appropriately in order to attend spirits, orishas, or our eguns, right? When we talk about eguns, when we talk about our ancestors, when we talk about the muertos in general, okay? The positives and the negatives, okay? Because life is a balance. Life is no kidding. It's the yin and the yang, and you call it whatever you want to call it, all right? You got to open up, right? We talk about chakra. We talk about all those good things, all right? All those things are important because my understanding is, yeah, we all look at one supreme being. We all look at different elements in the world. We all look and we understand that there's more to this world than just isolating ourselves, whether it be from one book, 2 books, 3 books. Why not look at all the books? Why don't you see what fits you in your heart? And then you start working and you try to find those priests and those people that really attune to your spirit, to your head, your ori, right? In my faith, that's what they call it. Agori, right? Permission from my head. I'm a hijo de Chango. That's my guardian, Orisha. My mother Ochun, Mafarafun, Chango, Mafarafun, Chango. It is what it is. But I understand that. I understand that I took that path and I walk it well. And I do it with love. Okay? Now, a lot of people say, hey, wait a minute. What's this Lukumi? What is this Regula de Orula? You kind of hear the different names. You hear people say Santeria. You hear people say, Palo. You hear people say, all those things are kind of like umbrella. It's like an umbrella, right? And in the top, you have Ifa. You got Ifa. Ifa is everything, okay? Ifa is what talks about the stories. Ifa is the ones that talks about how we got the Koyate ceremonies and the warriors and Orula and how we do X, Y, and Z. 256 Oduns, I tell you right now, they all speak about not just the Orishas or just my faith, but they speak about other faiths. I could particularly highlight Oduns. I talk about Muslim faith, Catholic faith, talk about even Jesus Christ. He talks about Muhammad, talks about all of them. The King of Kings have been out there, and how the Orishas epitomize human form in order to create certain paths in life that we have seen in history, but we neglect sometimes, right? Because we're a little biased, right? Sometimes we feel that there's no way that can occur. There's no way. But in all actuality, it was designed that way, all right? Particularly in my faith, I would tell you now that we talk about 2 people. We talk about Orula, Orumila, and we talk about Elegua, Mafarafun, Elegua, Mafarafun, Orula. Those 2 people witness to life, so therefore they know the paths of all. And more particularly, you talk about Elegua, you talk about an Orisha, who's the Orisha of the crossroads. He is who he is. He opens the doors when we talk about crossroads. He also closes the door. Don't ever think the Orishas are just pure. Okay, the wrath of the Orishas is true and it's real. And we need to understand that. Okay? Faiths are not in spiritual nature and anything nature-based religions. It's not meant to be all pure and white. You know what I'm saying? There's things going to be negative and things are going to be dark. It is what it is. It's our job to kind of tune ourselves and make sure we get on the right paths, right? By getting consultations, or maybe you get a reading from a santero or somebody else, and they kind of help you out, right? And they guide you and they tell you things to look out for, right? Things that you're doing well, keep it up, because that's what you're supposed to be doing in order for you to reach true enlightenment. Those things are important in life. And I just want to start this trend again because I want to learn from you. I want you to learn from me. Okay, maybe I'll learn more from you than you and me. Who knows? But more importantly, what's going to happen? A lot of other people in traction, right? Thousands, hundreds. Again, 2017, 18, we're going to reach an audience of no kidding, of maximum potential. And we're going to do great. And I want to do great with you. So hopefully you will join me. Let's speak spiritual. Let's speak any topic you want. You name it, I'll talk it. I'll answer your questions and anybody else's. And maybe I got some critics out there. Maybe some people maybe don't agree with what I do. And that's okay too, right? The world was not built on the basis of everybody agreeing with everybody. I like my critics. Go ahead. Give me some criticism. All right? Again, Omoodung, Odileke, here for you. Want to talk spirituality. Want to talk nature-based religions. Bring it on. Iburu, Ibuya, Bucheche. All right, guys. You guys have a great day.